Good evening. Welcome to our only board member for the month of December. And we are going to start with Savannah Ridge students under the direction of Miss Melanie Schrenzel. Board members, would you go down and so we have a better view? Thank you. You too.
Ready.
We are 5th grade students from Savannah Ridge Elementary School, and we welcome you to the December meeting of the St. Lucie County School Board. Please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Countries all over the world celebrate this season in many different ways. Their customs and traditions, rather old or new, share a common feeling of joy and warmth. Two beloved holiday traditions are singing of carols and decorating homes, churches, schools, and community. Deck the halls. Help us celebrate the season with decorating and singing.
Choir chimes are a durable form of a handbell.
We play them with a flick of the wrist and stop the sound with our shoulders.
As one ringer, I can only create one sound.
As a team, we make beautiful music together. Now we shall perform all through the night.
May we have the Savannah Ridge family and all these wonderful children's families please stand so we can show you our appreciation for sharing with us. Thank you. You may be seated. And as they're exiting the room, I will remind you why we always start with children. We are about children. That's why everyone is in this room is about children. And we also, as you know, are a STEAM district. We believe in the arts. So we like to start with those reminders to our community that we are about children and we are committed to the arts infused in our schools. Thank you very much. once again, we want to thank Miss Melanie Strenzel and the Savannah Ridge Elementary School for providing this wonderful entertainment for us this evening. And as soon as they leave the room, I'm going to ask you to stand again because we're going to do the Kids at Hope pledge. Please stand. We will now open our public hearing dealing with the adoption of amendments to school board policies 2.70, 6.912, 7.11. If there's anyone in the audience who wishes to speak on any of these policies, would you please come up? Seeing no movement, Dr. Prince?
I recommend the board approve the proposed amendments to school board policies 2.70, 6.912, and 7.11 as presented.
So moved.
It's been moved by Dr. Mills,
Second.
second by Mr. Ingersoll. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries unanimously, 5-0. If you wish to be an unscheduled speaker this evening, the forms are in the back of the room. If you would fill those out and bring them up to Ms. Harrison before we get to the business meeting, then we'll get to you at the end of the meeting. Thank you. As you can see, Mr. Gent is not with us this evening. He is not well, but we have Dr. Prince sitting in for him. And we're going to turn this over to Dr. Prince now for the National Merit Scholarship Program.
Okay, we have some special orders of business. I'd ask the Chief Communications Officer, Carrie Patrick, to come forward to introduce the National Merit Scholarship semifinals from Lincoln Park Academy to the board for recognition.
Good evening, Madam Chair, board members, Deputy Superintendent. It is indeed my pleasure to bring forward this evening one of our stellar individuals at one of our high schools who has achieved a great accomplishment. Jeffrey Zhang is a senior at Lincoln Park Academy, and he has been named as one of the semifinalists for the 2016 National Merit Scholarship Program. National Merit Scholarship officials recognize high school seniors who have achieved the highest scores on preliminary SAT National Merit Scholarship qualifying tests. To be considered for a Merit Scholarship Award, semifinalists must also fulfill requirements to become a finalist. Semifinalist and his or her school must submit a detailed scholarship application that includes the student's academic record through high school, participation in school and community activities, demonstration of his or her leadership abilities, compilation of honors and awards that have been received. The student must also be endorsed and recommended by a high school official, write an essay, and earn a score on the SAT that confirms the earlier performance on the qualifying test. Finalists are selected based on exceptional skills, accomplishments, and potential for success in rigorous college courses. Semifinalists are also eligible to apply for one of 7,400 National Merit Scholarships totaling about $32 million. As you can see, this is quite an accomplishment, and we are so very proud to congratulate Jeffrey. You are a fine representative of the students in our schools, and at this time, we would invite you and family members that are present to come forward to be recognized and have a photograph.
Dr. Prince, board members.
Jeffrey, we also know that your school administrators are extremely proud, so if you too would like to come join in the photograph.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Miss Martha Underwood, the volunteer coordinator, and she's going to call up schools to present the Golden and Silver School Awards.
Good evening, Madam Chair, school board members, and Deputy Superintendent Dr. Prince. Thank you for having me this evening. My name is Martha Underwood, and I'm very proud and honored to serve as your volunteer coordinator for St. Lucie County Schools. While serving as volunteer coordinator at the school site for 30 years, I was able to speak with parents and hear their concerns about how they participate in their child's education. That enabled me to open the door and present ways they could participate in our school volunteer program. Parents were so happy to hear about the different ways they could be a part of their child's school and activities. Children really love and appreciate their parents taking an active role in their education. Our principal and assistant principals have chosen excellent volunteer coordinators, and I'm very happy and excited to work with them each and every day. Children are my passion. Never let's lose sight of why we are all here. We are here to help our children to reach their highest goals. Each time I complete my volunteer orientations, I try to leave the volunteer with this small message. It does not matter how much time you give. It just matters that you take the time to give it. Before I present the awards for the 2014-15 school year, I would like to share with you my report to Tallahassee. At the end of last school year, we had 9,393 school volunteers. We had a total number of 172,340 volunteer hours. This made me so proud and honored to be a part of this program. The first awards I would like to present is the Silver School Award. The criteria for this award is presented to recognize secondary schools that meet the following criteria. The school must have a school volunteer who provides coordination of the program, placement of students, orientation training for the staff, student program evaluations, and student volunteer supervision. Student volunteers and faculty must both receive orientation and training. The composite school student volunteer hours must equal at least 1/2 the total number of students. Elementary schools are not eligible for this award. After speaking with my coordinator in Tallahassee and explaining how many student volunteers we have from our high schools, I asked if I could present this award to them also. For all of you who know me and know that I'm very persistent, I have very strong feelings about honoring our students. So I will be honoring the 5 high schools this evening. Please come forward when your school is called. This is for the Silver School Award. Fort Pierce Central High School. Fort Pierce Westwood High School. Forest Grove Middle School. Lincoln Park Academy. Northport K-8 School. Oak Hammock K-8 School. Port St. Lucie High School. St. Lucie West K-8 School. St. Lucie West Centennial High School. Southern Oaks Middle School. Southport Middle School. Treasure Coast High School. And Westgate K-8 School. Okay. we're going to have to. The next is the Golden School Award. The criteria for this award is it goes to all schools, elementary, secondary, and high schools that meet the criteria. A minimum of 80% of the school staff participate in training to have a school volunteer in your classroom or in the school. A school volunteer coordinator is designated for recruitment, placement, training, and supervision of school volunteers. The total number of hours of volunteer services equals twice the number of students enrolled in the school. Please come forward when I call your school, please. Alapata Flats K-8 School. Bayshore Elementary School. Chester A. Moore Elementary School. Fairlawn Elementary School. Floresta Elementary School. Forest Grove Middle School. Francis K. Sweet Elementary School. Fort Pierce Central High School. Fort Pierce Westwood High School. Lakewood Park Elementary School. Lawnwood Elementary School. Lincoln Park Academy. Mariposa Elementary School. Mariposa is receiving their 10-year certificate tonight. Morningside Elementary School. Northport K-8 School. Oak Hammock K-8 School. Palm Point Education Research School. Parkway Elementary School. Port St. Lucie High School. Rivers Edge Elementary School. Savannah Ridge Elementary School. Got Savannah Ridge. Southern Oaks Middle School. St. Lucie Elementary School. St. Lucie West K-8 School. Treasure Coast High School. Village Green Environmental Studies School. Weatherby Elementary School. Westgate K-8 School, White City Elementary School, and Windmill Elementary School. And who you got? There's Westgate. Westgate. Hey, good, how are you? Okay. We're good. We're good to go. I'll take them. I'll mail them. I'll send them out. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay. Okay, at this time, I'd like to invite the Education Foundation Executive Director, Mr. Tom Jones, and he will present grant monies to teachers totaling $50,000.
Madam Chair, members of the board, and Deputy Superintendent, thank you for this opportunity. For the past 25 years, the St. Lucie Education Foundation has been offering grants to teachers, schools, and the district to further K through 12 public education. In fact, it's core to our mission, and it's also the largest program each year. And this year, I'm pleased to offer grants in the amount of $50,000 to 30 grantees. I'd like to ask Emily McNutt, our program manager, to come up. And Emily will read the list of winners, and then you also, as you hear your name, please step forward. We're going to do it in groups of 4. And as you step forward, we'd like to ask the principal or the principal's representative to please step forward also. And as each group comes forward, I'd like to ask the Education Foundation board members to also step forward for each of the 4 opportunities. Okay, so now we'll start the program.
Good afternoon. For our classroom grants, from Morningside Elementary, Molly Mukhamedov for her grant Reading Counts. From Rivers Edge Elementary School, Gregory Stetz for his grant Wrap It Up. From Fort Pierce Central High School, Heather Blackman Gordon, Empty Bowls. From Treasure Coast High School, Lanicia Robertson for the Crime Scene Investigation Grant. Another grant from Treasure Coast High School for Jennifer Kincaid for PI Fostering Success Through Functional Skills for Students with Autism. From Treasure Coast High School, Rebecca Loop for her grant Assist Aging Simulation Sensitivity Training. From White City Elementary, Cheryl Boucher, Retell Me a Story. From Lawnwood Elementary, Therese, that concludes the classroom grants. Classroom grant recipients, if you guys could make sure to stick around, we're going to take a group photo after announcing all grant recipients. Our Kathy Basile grant recipients. Kathy Basile grant is for grants geared towards the age 3 to grade 3. From Lawnwood Elementary, Teresa Brandafino for her grant, Involvement is the Key to Intellectual Development. From the Teaching and Learning Department, Cassandra Dillard and Karen Crosby, Kaleidoscope of Movement, Teaching Standards Through Movement. District-wide grant recipients. For the Music in Our Schools concert, Jim Liban. From the Career and Technical Education Department, Dana Caputo for the Culinary Showcase. From the Teaching and Learning Department, Kathleen Ems for the 2016 Florida State History Fair. From the Teaching and Learning Department, Paul Reef for the 28th Annual St. Lucie County Regional Science and Engineering Fair and the Middle School Drone Program. That's it. One more, another one. Now our final category, school-wide grants. From Mariposa Elementary, Jennifer Scipione for Quick Reads. From Forest Grove Middle School, Colleen Wilson, Science Matters at Forest Grove Middle. From Treasure Coast High School, Sandra Southerly for Collaborative Planning with the Common Core Companion. From Chester A. Moore Elementary, Andrea Williams for Strategies for Teaching Students in Poverty. From Lincoln Park Academy and the Bluebird Educational Foundation, Sunny Booker and Jason Albert for Sammy Figueroa Master Class at Lincoln Park Academy. From Allapattah Flats K-8, Georgia Carey and Michelle Alicia Barrow for Oh, the Places You Will Go, school-themed visit to FAU. From White City Elementary, Lauren Castaldo, Science is Elementary. From Lawnwood Elementary, Ashley Parker for their Saturday Academy. From Francis K. Sweet Elementary School, Nardi Rutan for Parent Enjoying Evenings of Reading. From the Mosaic Digital Academy, Carrie Carr, Science Lab Safety Materials. From Treasure Coast High School, Myrna Belgraves, Operation Industry Certification, Public Service Academy. From Northport K-8, Sherry Madorma, Increasing Mathematical Fluency with Games. From Fairlawn Elementary, Aria Justo, for the 2016 Conference for Florida Kindergarten Teachers. And lastly, from Lawnwood Elementary, David Nash with Guys with Ties. After this photo, if we could have all grant recipients come up for another quick group photo. If I could have all recipients come up really quick just for one large group photo. It's going to be a big one. Gonna have space? I'll just go back again. Yeah, I'm gonna make an announcement. I accidentally missed some, so I'm gonna make it. Yeah, good. I would just like to let everyone know I made a boo-boo, and I would like to make sure that we recognize 3 other recipients. From St. Lucie West Centennial High School, Heather Herbst for Operation Graduation. From Treasure Coast High School, Kaylee Kelly for See It to Achieve It College Guidance. And Fort Pierce Central, Stacy Sommer for their first generation program. You'll get your funds, but it was just, we're going to send it to everyone. I'm so sorry. It's just such a long list.
Thank you very much. Started with children, recognizing some of our fabulous schools and our wonderful staff. We're on to the CTA report.
Good evening. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, although I don't see a menorah up there, as you're missing that from your holiday displays. I'm sure that someone will take care of that. I wanted to bring your attention to January 14th. We are having an Enough is Enough rally in Tallahassee along with the Florida Education Association. With Mr. Gent's support, we have been able to fill a bus of 56 education advocates and supporters from our county who are going to be going up there to participate in the rally, walking up Appalachia Parkway, and then having a rally during the legislative session. The purpose, of course, is to make sure that our legislature knows that enough is enough. We've had enough of bureaucracy. We've had enough of shenanigans. We have had enough of underfunding. We've had enough of overreach from the state capitol. And hopefully, during the legislative session, we'll have more opportunities to go up there jointly with the school board and with other education supporters to make that known. I wanted to talk about something that came up today during your board meeting earlier about insurance. And unfortunately, that was the first I'd seen of the documents that you all saw. So with my nearly 50-year-old eyes, it was not very easy to see, even with my glasses. However, one of the things that you all discussed was the third plan and offering additional choices and plans. And I wanted to maybe clarify something that you heard that didn't reflect my understanding of our discussion of a third plan in our insurance committee. So here, because what you heard was a third plan is negotiable, and there wasn't the willingness to do that. So let me tell you a little bit about the third plan that was going to be offered and why we were not comfortable with that third plan. Part of the reason a third plan was going to be offered was because our insurance at that point was going to see somewhere between a 12 and 14% increase and would have been potentially considered unaffordable at the rates that we were at based on the ADA. And so the carrier put together a third plan that was going to be affordable by the ADA. Now, affordable in the ADA world doesn't necessarily mean you can actually afford to go to the doctor. All it means is that the premiums are somewhere in that percentage of affordable. So the plan actually did have an extremely high deductible and relatively inexpensive premiums, but would have made the folks that would have had to maybe take that plan because that's all they could afford in terms of premium, not be able to use the insurance anyway and go to the doctor. So our thought process was that by offering an ADA affordable plan, what it did would get the district off the hook for needing to offer a plan, keep those employees who were lower paid from being able to access subsidies through the insurance exchanges because now they were being offered an affordable plan through the ADA, through their employer, and essentially still be in the same boat that we are, where we have people that take our insurance and can't utilize it. So the third plan that you heard talked about today, yes, we were not in favor of a third plan, but it wasn't because we are not all about choice for employees or that there was some reason other than the fact that it really wasn't a real choice. Now, if the board really wants to offer choice to employees, one of the things you could do is open up the current PPO plan to all employees, because right now all of your new employees, as you know, don't have any choice. They have no choice but to take the high deductible plan, which you all pay $750 into the insurance, into their HSA. So that's one way if you want to think about and talk about choice, that's one thing that you could potentially think about. But I just wanted to make sure you had that other information because I don't believe that was explained to you earlier today when you were talking about that third plan, and it was sort of seemed like it was about negotiations and we just couldn't get the union to agree. They only wanted two plans. That's not the case. We wanted a plan that truly people could use and that would actually provide real insurance. So while I'm not in charge of everything and I'm not in charge of the world, I am in charge of looking out for the people that I represent. There's almost 3,000 of them. And so when we start talking about insurance as we come into January and we start looking at comparisons between other districts, and you were absolutely right today, Catherine, when you said those other districts and the other folks on that list are actually looking at taking some benefits off their insurance plans, in particular Martin County, if you want to look at Martin County and what they've tried to do to their employees by cutting and cutting and cutting out of the insurance plan. We need to make sure that we're all cognizant of that and have really good informed decisions. Our insurance committee has worked together for a very long time We are well-informed, and it's not just enough to just bid the insurance out, because quite frankly, my prediction is we'll bid it out and we'll see that we're going to end up the same place that we are now, probably with the same carrier, because they're going to be the ones that are going to be able to come in the lowest because of all the discounts and everything else that they offer. So there's got to be some other solutions that we think about in order to make our insurance affordable. So with that, I'm going to leave it at that, because I know that's something that's pressing on our minds as we go into 2016. I hope that you all have a wonderful and happy holiday. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. CWA report. Let's see Ms. Vickers here. We're on to the consent agenda. We'll entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda as been presented. Moved by Ms. Holly, second by Dr. Mills. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries unanimously. Mr. Superintendent, would you give us your recommendation, please?
I recommend the board approve the consent agenda as submitted.
Board members, you've heard the recommendation of Superintendent. Moved by Ms. Hilson.
Second.
Second by Dr. Mills. Is there any discussion on anything? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? This is easy and fast.
Thank you.
Mr. Superintendent, do you have a report?
Yes, fortunately, I'm staying on script. Mr. Gent will watch this. Not going to be ad-libbing or wildcatting up here. Just a couple of things on behalf of Mr. Gent. I know we've kind of recognized the arts and just wanted to say a few words. The arts and education, students' talents are showcased in a concentration of holiday performances, and we'd like to invite the public to attend one of those events. And a complete listing of scheduled performance dates, times, locations are on the St. Lucie County website and also on our Facebook page. And for one, I'm going to send a shout out to my children's school, Palm Point. I have a Thursday band thing to go to, which is 6 or 6:30, but I will get it figured out by the time that rolls around. I also attended the STEM rap battle, which was absolutely fantastic, and 14 student teams took to the stage to share their knowledge about STEM concepts and using their talents in the performing arts, and that was at the Sunrise Theater. The middle school champ, and I saw that some of our schools were represented here, was Allapattah Flats, so Miss J, congratulations. And our high school champ was Treasure Coast High, and if we've got some folks from Treasure Coast High that are still here, so congratulations to them. Also, Mr. Gent wanted me to make sure that I mentioned the Grace Packs, our food donation campaign. The St. Lucie Public Schools is partnering with Grace Packs, an organization. It fills donation boxes to the brim with non-perishable food items such as peanut butter, oatmeal, cereal, canned goods. These food items contribute to help meet an essential need of many students and their families in St. Lucie County who are food insecure, which means they do not know where their next meal is coming from. Grace Packs is a nonprofit organization, provides students and families with weekend food source packages. The need is great, as a recent child food insecurity study shows that 1 in 4 students in St. Lucie County suffers from hunger. The program began in 2011 at Okemah K-8 with over 600 Grace Packs distributed. The following year, the program expanded and more than doubled its distribution benefit. Today, Grace Packs serve students and their families in many schools throughout St. Lucie County during the course of the year. Notice I'm staying on script. Next, Fort Pierce Central, the NFL Golden Football. We want to recognize Mr. Smith is not here today. He told me that he had soccer practice with his child. But on Wednesday, December 2nd, and it was in the paper, Fort Pierce Central High School accepted the Super Bowl honor roll Wilson Golden Football, a symbol of distinction bestowed upon the school on behalf of Robert Weathers, and he was in the class of Central's 1978 in the National Football League. The induction ceremony took place during an in-school basketball game. Select high schools across the country will receive a commemorative golden football produced by Wilson for each player or head coach who graduated from the high school and was on an active Super Bowl roster. The Cobras are proud of alumni Robert Weathers, who played for New England Patriots in Super Bowl 20. As part of the Super Bowl honor roll, Fort Pierce Central High School also received the NFL Character Education curriculum, In addition, the high school will be eligible to apply for grants from the NFL Foundation to help support and grow their high school football programs. Last comments, and then I'm wrapping this thing up. Yes. I want to, if he's out there and he's going to watch this, I want to wish Mr. Jen a speedy recovery. As some of you may or may not know, got to give props to the boss. Mr. Jen had emergency surgery over the weekend. He hopes to return to work later this week, and he apologizes for not being here this evening. And also, he wanted to make sure that I close out my comments by saying on behalf of Mr. Jen, he and I wish all of our students, parents, employees, and community members a very happy holiday season. We're only a week and a half away from our winter break, and Mr. Gent wanted to wish everyone a safe break and enjoy this time with your family. And if you're having travels, have safe travels. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Dr. Prince. Attorney's report?
Thank you, Deputy Superintendent Prince and Chairwoman Hensley and members of the board. There is no attorney's report.
Thank you. Board members' reports. Mr. Ingersoll.
Just want to wish everyone a happy holidays.
Dr. Mills.
I want to recognize Mosaic Digital Academy for their Digital Citizenship Award. It was in The Voice on December the 4th, and they were honored by a nonprofit, national nonprofit organization that's dedicated to helping kids and their families thrive in a world of digital media and technology. And so our St. Lucie County Schools, Mosaic Digital Academy, received what they called the Common Sense Digital Citizenship Certified School. And in order to receive such an award, our academy has demonstrated its commitment to taking the whole community approach to preparing its students to use the power of digital media to explore, create, connect, and learn while limiting the perils. Listen to this part, because this is my pet peeve here. While limiting the perils that exist in the online realm, such as loss of privacy, cyberbullying, that type of stuff. And so we're very proud of our Digital Academy, Ms. Helen, and we look forward to continuing to get that type of publicity. And also, I wanted to also thank Ms. Carrie Patrick for her work in the area of getting the word out, getting the good news out, because we know that we're hearing a lot about the good news that we have here in St. Lucie County Schools as a result of you getting it out there into the community. So we want to thank you and your staff and what you are doing to get all of this great news that we have. That STEAM battle that we just had was absolutely incredible. We have students that are not just phenomenal in the sciences, technology, mathematics, and engineering, but also are great in the arts, and they demonstrated that. They were extremely professional, and if anyone has not seen the STEAM battle, make sure you don't miss it next year, because it really is something to really witness in regards to what we're doing here in St. Lucie County Schools. Dr. Prince already mentioned about all of the different programs that we're having throughout this district. Our different schools are having Christmas celebrations and just celebrating the holidays, and we ask those who don't have anything to do, we have a whole lot going on in the public school system where you can be tremendously entertained. So I'm not going to call out any particular schools, even though I have some here, but know that you can call or you can look up at our website and find those schools that are participating. Last but not least, I wanted to mention the Florida Board Association trip that we just took, and learned so much about my duties as a board member. We can never learn too much. And so we had our 70th annual joint conference in Tampa this past week, and had a fabulous speaker, and also our own Dan Harrell, Attorney Harrell, did a session there, and was very good with what he taught as well. I'm trying to look up in the book right quick to mention something that he was talking about. It has to do with the law, well, the duties of school board members. That's what he talked about, the law, the governing, and our responsibilities, and he did a fabulous job. And Merry Christmas to all.
Thank you, Dr. Mills. Ms. Holly?
Just take this opportunity to wish everyone a very peaceful and restful holiday season and look forward to seeing you in the new year.
Ms. Hilson?
Just a shout out to our Education Foundation board members, all of you, that dedicate your time, and how important, because you have helped us put the faces with the grants. And I know, I've seen some of these grant applications. These are not like applications you do in 15 minutes. These are incredibly wonderful. Just they add to the classroom and ultimately to the knowledge that our children receive. So through this board, how wonderful the programs that you are a part of and that you give back to our community. And thank you, teachers, that took the time to write these grants, because it enriches the lives of our children. And just a thank you and peace to all, and happy holidays. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hilson. At the beginning of last week, the Florida Children's Council met in Tallahassee with the various department chairs that touch children's lives. It was very interesting. There were about 11 of us that would meet with them one-on-one. They would come to us, and we had quite some discussion. It's not a rosy picture, as all of you know, but I do get the feeling that sometimes the different department heads do not speak to each other except when they're in front of an outside body. So we're trying to facilitate that they actually learn how to share data and talk to each other that are in the best interest of children. Next week also is the Children's Services Council sponsored Sounds of the Season, December the 18th at the Sunrise Theater. The tickets are free, but there's usually a waiting list for those tickets. It's another way to showcase how our community believes in the whole child and in the arts with children. Also tomorrow night is a culinary showcase, 5 o'clock at the Port St. Lucie Civic Center, and it is usually a packed house, and the food is fabulous. Starting in January, we will be having a different schedule than we have in the past. We'll be having one evening meeting, the second Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday of the month will be a 9 o'clock meeting in the morning. Of course, everyone is welcome to attend. Every time we meet, we would like to have people attend. With that, we wish you a wonderful and relaxing holiday. Enjoy, celebrate, rest, return eager for the wonderful successes that await our students in 2016. Thank you.